I'm Bill Paisley, president, owner of the business Paisley Farm and Greenhouses, and co-owner of the farm with my daughter. I was conceived on the property. I was born in Lawrence General Hospital, about 6 miles down the road, brought home. Lived my life here till I went off to college. I was on a farm. As soon as you can walk, you're out picking strawberries in the first thing in the spring. When you get out of school in the old days, you used to get out around the 20th of June, 18th to 20th. The next day, 8 o'clock, you're in the strawberry fields till noon, 7 days a week till around the 10th of July. A dreaded season for all of us. All the kids in town worked. I mean, it was what you did. My father and grandfather bought the farm in 1932. My grandfather retired from the mills in Lawrence. He was a printer. And he came over from Scotland when he was about 5 years old. He stayed there till he retired from the mills. My father, he was able to get some part-time work in the mills, and then when they had the opportunity to sell the home in North Andover, they came out here and bought the farm. Gradually, we built a little farm stand out front, which you probably have a picture of. That was built in 1936. That was the second stand, and it's been there ever since. And we had 3 floors of chickens in the barn. And then we had a hen coop that had 2 floors of chickens in it. My father in 1940, he had an exemption as a farmer, but in 1944, when there were so many troops being lost, that he enlisted in the Navy and left my mother, grandmother, and grandfather here to run the business while he was in the Pacific. I have a letter from sitting on to his sister, sitting on a mountain in Japan, saying what a dummy he was to go into poultry. He graduated from BU with a degree in history and philosophy and minor in journalism. And of course he could not find work upon graduation. And the letter to my sister, he said, what a dummy I was to go into poultry. He said, when I come back, he said, I'm going to build a greenhouse and raise flowers. And that was the beginning of it. When he came back, there was a little shop out front. He converted to a donut shop. He made handmade donuts 7 days a week, all summer long, right up to Halloween. And we had the greenhouses slowly at first growing, and we had the farm growing, and we just made it as best you could, survival. I did not want an office job, but I said, got to get away from the farm. And went to college and majored in forestry. And worked a good many, I'm a professional forester, and worked a good many years in the field. And then realized there's nothing like being self-employed, and I was fortunate enough to be able to inherit a farm. Whether I am or not, hopefully my daughter will have it running. At the size of the property that we have, it cannot expand too much. And my philosophy is, thinking, my father's was, we don't want it too big. We like to have our hands on every issue of growing, watering, retail, whatever. We have a fantastic staff now that have taken it beyond what the family can run. We've been here 4 generations. Our reputation is our bond. People know us. If we say this is good, they trust us because it is good. And if it's not good, you will not be offered for sale. They know we're honest. We give good service, we're personable, and we tell everybody you know where you bought it. If there's ever a problem, whether I raised it myself or it's a Christmas tree we buy in, we stand behind it 100%. Right now, it's fun, enjoyable, and we consider it, we've never worked a day in our life, because if you like what you work, you never have a job. You're always good time.